Imagine spending $4 million on a Koenigsegg. You're waiting. When did they announce it? Almost 3 years ago.
2-3 years ago, starting at 2.8 million.
Starting at 2.8.
Starting at.
That's like base level.
Yeah.
And then you can probably. How much was the one
like
that lit on fire was how much? 4 million.
Yeah, it was like $450,000 option.
Fully exposed carbon. Jesko Attack Nur edition.
24 karat gold.
Gone. Completely gone. It had less than 100 miles on it, and it is toast. And no one knows what happened to it. Koenigsegg released a do not drive order to all other Jesko owners that received their cars. Okay. Because they don't know why it lit on fire. They have no clue. They're trying to figure it out, but they basically said, don't drive them until we figure out exactly why. And if it's a recall, then we can fix that, but don't drive them.
How many of them you think are built, like, so far?
7. I have no idea. I made that up, but it's probably single digits at this point.
All 7 people can't drive them.
Yeah, all 7. Poor guys.
Sad.
Like, that's their only car. They're daily driving. How do they get to work on time, guys?
No.
So there's some speculation floating around like why it happened, right? So there's the guy was driving on a rally. He was driving it from, I think it started in like Athens, Greece or something like that. And they were going to Monaco, right? In a rally. So it was a 100-degree day, right? 100 degrees outside. Some people say he was revving it. Some people say he was like driving it hard. He says he wasn't.
He said, she said.
One thing that is really interesting though about like the, speculating why it happened is Koenigsegg uses E85 for almost all of their cars. And if you don't know much about E85, it's like it requires more volume of fuel. So like, did that have something to do with it?
Interesting. Thankfully, the driver and passenger were totally okay.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they walked away, no issues.
Emotionally very hurt.
That car is literally gone.
It looked like 100% gone.
It's going on Copart, though.
The only,
sure.
do you want to buy it?
100%.
That's a great YouTube series, dude. Rebuilding a Koenigsegg.
That car will sell for like $100,000 somehow.
You think the ashes will sell?
They just ship you a pallet with 4 wheels.
Some rich guy's gonna be like, I got a Jesko for $100,000.
Dude, that's actually a great deal.
I know. That's
All
what's
right,
gonna
Tavares is going to rebuild that for sure. Matt Armstrong, that's a challenge.
His next video, I bought a Koenigsegg and I rebuilt it in 24 haurs. It's just a pile of ashes.
a freaking jar of it. It's crazy.
Yeah, the wheels are the only thing. I think the brakes, carbon ceramics, are probably reusable. You could probably make some money back by selling those, I assume.
Yeah. Whistling Diesel could put it all in jars.
Yeah, that's actually what they should do. I'd buy a jar.
I'm just going to go on a limb, though, and say that if you bought a car for $4 million, it's probably not a big deal if you lose it.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think it was insured? I mean, I'm sure it was. But
I don't
you've
know.
had it for less than 100 miles. You know, with Geico, I'm like, I got 30 days. I'm going to wait so I can save a little money here. Not that I did that, Geico.
The P1 wasn't insured. That was in the flood in Florida.
Really?
No. This story on that, I believe it was not insured yet because it was so new.
Wow.
But they still covered it.
Oh, they still covered it.
Yeah, so it's like they had that grace period, but like he got it. I think it was like 10 days or.
Well,
I don't
typically,
know.
if you have an insurance policy that covers
it covers you until you add it.
You obviously got to add the car so they can adjust the pricing.
I can just imagine Jake from State Farm hearing about that. He's like,
technically, this one we're not going to cover.
$2 million? Sure yet? You sure? I think we're good on that one.
You sure about that?
Sure.
Dude.
That's funny.
All right, Jesko. If you could have a Jesko or a P1, which one would you have?
P1. Just the nostalgia of it.
P1, so I still have a car.
Yeah. Dude, you can put the ashes on your shelf. You can get a little box for him, put a little Jesko, RIP.
The video that DD just did, though, with the Jesko is sick. That car is really nice.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. It's like seeing more in detail and hearing it. Like it has no flywheel.
Wow.
It revs. It's insane.
Yeah, their technology is crazy, and like there's a lot of speculation floating around that car doing 300 miles per hour. Hasn't been tested yet, officially tested, but like that would be
it's possible. Wild. Yeah, dang. Especially if it's going to burn like that.
Do you think it's the same people that tested the SSE2 Terra?
Yeah, they're like
480 miles an hour. The car actually flew to space and back.
Freaking NASA, dude.
We also happened to lose it on a trailer in Wyoming.
You were like one of the first people to know about that too.
Yeah, crazy story about that actually. Yeah, because they were transporting it on a trailer, and some guy that I went to high school. Well, we went to high school with.
Yeah.
I think he was part of a tow company.
Yeah, somehow he got word that it was like they were on their way to go pick up the trailer that was flipped over, and inside the trailer, you got a picture.
Out of nowhere. Like, I was literally probably like...
Yeah, he sent a photo, and he's like, hey,
I was probably like the 10th person to like know about that. Like all the people that were there, and then he like texted me a picture. He was like, hey, you know anything about this? I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's pretty important, actually.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a big deal. He's like, oh yeah, so don't tell anybody. But
he's like, reports said the trailer was going like 228 miles an hour. How fast is it going? 200, whatever their speed was. Yeah, caught wind, flew over.
That's crazy.